Solo guys, and welcome back to another round 1 matchup. We're still gonna be on to the same map, of course, Fluorescence LE. And hey, it was really interesting from the very start, but we are now gonna get a new set of players. We're still gonna be doing the 3 player brackets for some reason, but hey, it doesn't really matter because we are gonna get the Rainbow Connection, and we are gonna be getting every single race in this game. Yes, it's finally happening. It's Zerg versus Terran versus Protoss. The way that it has always been meant to be. We do have ZeraSmasher, NewVagabond, as well as bluecomeback, 2 diamonds, as well as a gold. So we'll find out if this can be the same kind of case. Will it be the rank that really matters? Who will be able to get that lucky part without an opponent on the other side? You know, those are questions that we are going to be answering very, very soon because this is going to be game number 2. But first things first, as we are getting into the match, still gotta commend again SMCT Trece Martires. I feel like I don't know how to say that name right, but they really just have all for you. They make sure that hey, even though it's a quarantine season, it's still a way to get to the mall. How? You can go for the SM City Trece Martires smart malling system for easy and safe malling call. Their center concierge customers can call 0915 512 5501 for all their inquiries and delivery concerns because they do accommodate every single call between 9 to 5 p.m. But now we are going to be getting into our matchup, and this is going to be another game in the round ones. And hey, it is just a best of 1. It really just means you have to prove yourselves from the get-go. And let's get it on. Let's get it done. Let's get into our second match, which is still a round 1 game. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are now going to be getting into our second round 1 matchup. We got some different players coming into this one. We are going to be showing you guys how it truly is done. And let's see, let's find out who will be the ones getting into this game. Introducing first on the south side of Fluorescence LE, it is our Blue Zerg, bluecomeback. Don't mind staring at me, and it's kind of creepy, but hey, it really just goes to show when you have that old school hatchery. I still need to get my hatchery skins on this. I need to get these old school skins to really complete my collection as much as possible. And hey, it's really nice to see a little bit of old school cool in SC2. On the west side though, gonna be looking to brawl against our Zerg player. It is our yellow Protoss, ZeraSmasher. And now, looking at the Pros vs Zerg matchup, this can be a potential rush here from bluecomeback, because as soon as he notices, oh, it's Protoss on the other side, he brings the Zerg in, he decides to go for the pull, maybe a Queen to help out, and he could be good to go to destroy his opponent. And the lucky one here, on the top right of Fluorescence LE, it is our purple Terran, NewVagabond. The drills are clanging, and it really just goes to show here in the BR that it's not just skill that's involved. There's a little bit of luck, because in terms of your matchup, who's beside you, right? Who's gonna be right there? Those are the questions you kinda do have to answer. And since we're using the 2v2 maps, it's more about chaos in all honesty. It's all about chaos, trying to see who's gonna be surviving. But hey, it really just goes to show it's gonna be an exciting time, as ZeraSmasher is gonna be bothering the Terran of all people, and NewVagabond puts the door in front of his face. There we go with the supply depot. That probe will go down, and a Reaper for the scouting information. NewVagabond though wanted to go for the brawl here, and all I gotta say is I just want to give a shout out to Mizzle. Of course, you can see his logo down below alongside the rotating logos of our sponsors. But Mizzle has given the community a really solid overlay, y'all. It really is cool to see how it looks like, and in all honesty, it's a very pretty thing. It's everyone can use it. You can just look for it in the SCPH Discord as well as the Facebook group. And hey, you can rep the SCPH community as well. All the love in the world, all the love in the communes, and it's just an amazing time. And I believe I can put my socials here on the right side as we are just sticking around with our Zerg player. He's going for a little bit of macro. Let me just get that one done and dusted. Yeah, there you go, guys. Sorry about the transition there, but we are now going to be getting back into the game, and ZeraSmasher And be losing this assimilator here. So far, we have finally seen Blue Comeback bring in those links. This is what we were talking about. This is what we have been looking for. It's really interesting that there's no default for the production to show up. ZeraSmasher forced to go for the pull already. And this is really the timing here of the PVZ hurting ZeraSmasher to begin with. He has to go for the brawl. He has to go for early units. And since he only went for the 1 gate, 1 core, and even went for a Nexus point, he is going to be struggling right now to defend. Shield battery now going to be online as well. And ZeraSmasher, can he stay alive here? The stalker will go down. The Adept is struggling to get out. And eventually, at least the probe gets that kill. Second gateway now gonna be up and running, but the flood of Zerglings are still here. And Blue Comeback gonna be bringing on the pain, looking to beat a man that is 2 ranks above. Beautiful shutdown onto the pylon. That is gonna be GG called. And it really just goes to show the disadvantage there of the Protoss. It seems like here you have to go for different builds that don't necessarily work per se in the specific matchup, but they can be a little different. Going for that 2 gate, 1 core could have been a lot better here for ZeraSmasher. Bring in a little bit of that PvP flavor. And getting that second Nexus point, so ambitious, and it just falls apart there. The Blue Comeback showing us how it's done with the flood of links. Now by the 4:30 mark, NewVagabond is at least able to play a macro game instead. He has the 1-1-1 setup. He goes for the expansion, and he will have that stim pack up and running very soon. So it seems like he's going for a pretty cookie cutter build, and going to be defending with the Bay, with the bunker, and with the siege tank up on top. I really like the positioning here for our Terran. NewVagabond is able to just chill, relax, and do all he can in terms of the defense. The siege tanks, so trying to bring in the pain yet again. Stimpack right now going to be going online soon as well. And for Blue Comeback, since he's going for the all army command, the Zerglings are just running on around. He eventually has to break something, and the target, oh my god! Even though ZeraSmasher is gone from this game, he's still hurting with that shield battery, keeping things alive. Damn. It just is going to be a little bit of a waste of time there. +1 though, going to be going online soon. As well as a layer tech here for Blue Comeback. Will he go for the 2 base Roach Ravager push? That's going to be the question here. He can go for some Muta play as well if he needs to. Because it seems like for NewVagabond, he's going for that Marine heavy composition. Those Roaches not really going to be the best against such a build. Anyway though, Rack's gonna be here and online. Although the Viking cleaning up house on to the Overlord, getting his scouting information. And in an FFA, eventually it leads to a 1v1, but it isn't as usual as you would expect. It really feels so different from how everything has been set up. It's a completely different game. And right now, it is going to be Blue Comeback getting the penetration on through the wall and is able to find a slip through the crack and get into the natural base. Here we go with a Zergling Flood, looking to get a little bit more. NewVagabond, though, defending for the time being, and this is going to be the Zerglings now going on down, testing the waters, trying to see what's going to be going on here. But our Zerg player really needs to bring up his macro game back into the fold, because it seems like in a scenario like this, it's not going to be enough to only have 26 drones compared to 44 SCVs. They are both on 2 base, which is always bad for the Zerg. And NewVagabond has to realize how much of an advantage he has out of this time. He got the lucky side with no opponent. He is now up by 19 workers, and that is a very big deal here for our Terran player, because he can just bring in more and more of these units. He can bring in more and more of the harassment, and he can really set the tempo as long as he doesn't make a big slip up. Tractor no gonna be built out. So it seems like our Zerg is going to be on 2 gas, but is going to be looking to play into Roaches as well. A little risky for my own liking, because he doesn't have too much gas intake right now. He can support a cycle of Roaches, that's for sure, but make a second one, kind of going to be a little bit of a head scratcher there, and can't really build any Ravagers per se. Although Overlord gonna be turning it to this one. Oh, he cancels it, and he does go for Ventral Sacks actually. So this is gonna be a potential drop, but as we say, that drop coming in from NewVagabond instead, and he's already in position to put in the hurt onto the top right. Roach is gonna be looking to defend though, but NewVagabond knows that he has this advantage already. Gonna be backing on out, loses a Marine there, and that is just gonna be the Siege Tanks getting some free damage. It really just goes to show that these Siege Tanks, when set up, they can bring in the thunder, and they can bring in the pain. Oh my, oh my! Terran ingenuity at its finest. 22 kills on the siege stack and more. Make that 24. Third 3 overall. Spore Crawler will go online there, but NewVagabond can just go for the drop play. And he even brings in the Liberators to add in for good measure. Now he is in such a good position to just go for the push and go for the win. For the time being, he is looking to shut down his spawning pool. He is going to go onto the high ground as well. And I love this here from NewVagabond. Creeping Barrage, bringing on the pain even more. Here comes the drop right now with all those Marines and more. And NewVagabond looking really much as shiny as possible. It's a Chrome Dome and a half, looking for the DPS on again. And what is the plan here for our Zerg player? Because as of the moment, he's trying to rebuild that spawning pool. He's bringing in the Hydras, but these Siege Tanks can tear that apart so quickly. Liberator also set up. He's circumnavigating that circle there, but it doesn't matter because the shot comes in from the Feather Boat, and there we go with the cleanup crew yet again. Is this gonna be it? Is this gonna be NewVagabond winning things out? Because it's looking very good for him, and it really just goes to show this is how you use that 3-player advantage. This is how you use the other corner advantage to the best degree. Because NewVagabond playing the macro to the finest. He's basically practicing his build order in this game because no one is bothering him. And he executes in such a good way. He goes for the 1-1-1 expand, he goes for that step back, and he pushes with a pretty bio-based composition with siege tanks to boot. And what is else here? SimCity going online, he's going for a third base, but he already knows he just wants to get even richer. He just wants to keep up his lead. And he's using his resources to the best degree. I'd love to see him have a few more Marauders though into display, and maybe even a few more racks to help things out. But bluecomeback gonna go for a desperation push, and it is gonna be a macro hatch beside that natural. So things are really looking dire here for our Zerg player. Can anything else even happen by this point? NewVagabond bringing in these Marines yet again. Gonna be going for the push one more time. Looking for the cleanup one as we go. And those drones will be going down. Spawning pool gonna be next on the list. There comes the Brootlings coming on to the outside yet again. And bluecomeback. This guy cannot survive here. That has to be game, set, and match. Hatcheries have all fallen. These links will get cleaned up. And there we go with the GG call. NewVagabond is another one. Moving on to the second round. And congratulations here to our Terran player. Playing it really well. Going for all he could and more in terms of the build. And he will be building his own kind of resume to move on to our next game. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be another one in the books here for the SCPH Battle Royale. So second one, a bit cleaned up there, and that was really fun to actually check out. The Terran using all the space in the world and more to make it simple, to make it easy, and just go all the way. I love the Link Flood though from bluecomeback. Really smart. Just surprising Protoss there. A little too greedy from ZeraSmasher, and in the end, it just blows up in his face. Kudos to our Zerg player, but it is our Terran who will move on because this is an FFA. Only one can win, only one can move on, and that is that. So we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned, stick around. This is the SCPH Battle Royale brought to you by SMCity Tres Martires, as this has been a great experiment so far.